My name's Hannah and I'm the C5 nut. Right, today we're going to be working on this bad boy. We're going to do brake hoses, so the flexes, which is above the tank. The tank's currently out at the moment, is getting cleaned as we speak. So I'm going to make this opportunity to replace the brake hoses. The brake hoses that are currently on the car are the originals. On the side of the brake hoses there is a date code, and this particular date code refers to the age of the car, so it's 2002. Brake hoses are 2002 as well. So what we're going to do is, while we're here, we might as well replace the brake hoses, then we know it's all done. Also, we've taken the anti-roll bar off on the back. That's getting painted. What we've done so far, I haven't really got a lot of footage of what we did in the past, but we've taken the whole rear axle off and we actually powder coated the trailing arms. We put new bearings in. This thing's got new rear brakes, new rear calipers. So a lot of money has actually spent on this car. Now, you guys out there might be thinking, why are you spending all this money on such a basic car? Now, what you guys don't actually realise is, even though behind me is a 2002 Citroen C5 Estate, it's an LX, so it is a basic model. The reason why we're doing all this work is it's one of 7 in the whole of the UK. Now, the reason why I say it's one of 7, the colour white, which is what it is very, very rare at the moment. So yeah, there's only 7 white Citroen C5s Estates currently in the UK. So, you know, why not try and save it? So my friend's been using it as a workhorse, and he currently owns the other Citroen C5, the blue one, which is also an LX. So yeah, at the moment he was using this one as a workhorse, but the more we actually work on it, the more he suddenly realised that he actually loves the car, and he's having a bit of a change of heart regards to using it as a workhorse. So yeah, it's, you know, it's nice to see that, you know, people just, oh, that car's just a workhorse, you know, gets from A to B, to the sort of change where actually it's a little bit more than just a workhorse. It actually means something to them. So yeah, what can I say? Right, well, I've got my old phone. Hopefully we should have a bit of better footage. So I've got you guys on a tripod. I've got my little GoPro handy with its little plastic bottle. So it won't move about. I've actually filled the bottle with water, so hopefully it will be able to stand up without falling down and whatnot. And I've also got my phone to hand as well, so hopefully by the end of the day I should be able to make some sort of footage out of this. Now, you can see I've got glasses on. It is bloody nice today. It's going to get quite hot as well today. So today is Wednesday, and yeah, it's going to be hot for the next 2 days, and hopefully sort of Friday time it will start to get a bit cooler. So we're going to make as much time as we can. Obviously the flex hoses, which I'm going to fit today, won't take me, well, should take me about half an hour, 45 minutes. So I will do my best. I'll get the GoPro under there so you guys can actually see exactly what I'm trying to do. Also, while we're still waiting for the fuel tank, the exhaust system is getting replaced as well. The rear exhaust box is in a really, really bad place at the moment. And so what we're going to do is we have got a replacement exhaust system, but it's off the 2.2 HDI engine rather than the 2 litre. The difference between is the 2.2 has a much bigger much bigger diameter exhaust pipe compared with the 2 litre, which is slightly smaller. So we will be modifying that exhaust system, and hopefully we can then get it fitted to this car. This car doesn't have a DPF filter on it at all, it just has a standard CAT. So hopefully there shouldn't really be too much issues. Okay, so I'm right underneath the car as you speak. Right, I'm much comfier now. Right, obviously with this one we also had to remove the fuel tank. I have replaced these pipes. I know they look like genuine. They are actually in fact genuine pipes. The old one started to rust about here, roughly about where my C5 burst its pipe. So what we've decided to do is replace, we had a full set, so we end up replacing the whole set. So yeah, this side, which is a passenger side, you can easily gain access, you know, around the side, not a problem. You get around to this side. Now this is the bracket for the fuel tank, and as you can see, it's an absolute nightmare trying to get into to try and tighten up that union. So yeah, what can I say? There'll be a lot of swearing, I would imagine. So I will try my best to keep quiet. There's one. There's actually a bracket that sort of clips on here, which then holds this brake pipe in place. So at the moment we've taken the anti-roll bar off, and the anti-roll bar also holds the bracket in place as well. So while we're waiting for the paint to dry on that, we're also at some point going to tighten up these bolts, which is the main torsion, the trailing arm bearing bolts. Right now, I was very lucky to find out the torque setting for this, and it's 145 Newton meters. So that's what we've got to tighten them up, and we will do that shortly once we fitted the other brake pipe to the other side, and hopefully we can go from there. So okay, now to tighten up these bolts here, it's a long bolt that runs across. You're going to need to get yourself a 24mm spanner, which will lock onto the other side, and basically a 24mm socket. I've attached it to my torque bar, which is now set to 145 Newton meters. So what we're going to do is, because I'm using my phone and I'm not entirely sure what content I've got on the GoPro, but I'll have a look later on tonight. We're gonna because I'm using the phone, everything's all backwards, so what may look like I'm actually undoing it, I'm actually tightening it up. So what we want to do then is, when you get a big click, that's when you know it's actually set to the right torque setting. So as I'm moving it, That's it. When you get this noise, then this bolt is now done up to 145 Newton meters. So that now is all torqued up, as you can see. Yeah. Right, well that's one done. Let's go over to the other side and we do the other one. Again, for the passenger side, is we're going to stick our 24mm spanner on one side, and we got to tighten up this bolt. Yeah, so that is now this bolt running across here. That's now done up to 145 Newton meters. So what we're going to do is, this boot here is a bit loose, so I'm going to reattach this back to its joint again, and hopefully once the paint's dry for the anti-roll bar, we should be able to fit the anti-roll bar back in, put the brackets back in for this pipe, and then obviously we then put the fuel tank back in. But at this moment in time the fuel tank's not ready, so I will be showing you hopefully later on doing some exhaust work, so you guys out there can actually see what we're going to do with the exhaust. So yeah, I'll bring it back shortly.